of sample ones here to kind of show you how you can do more complicated identities. This one is definitely one of those. The top is pretty obvious. You're going to want to change sine 2 theta into what? 2 sine theta cosine theta. All right? And then in the bottom, what's cosine 2 theta equal to? Now I'm going to show you something that I haven't shown you before. Cosine 2 theta is cosine squared minus sine squared. But you can also write it 1 minus 2 sine squared, or you could write it 2 cosine squared minus 1. All of these are the same. Which do you prefer, A, B, or C? C, because then it's going to work with this cosine a little bit. So you have 2 cosine squared minus 1. Well, that's good because then I'm going to lose the 1, aren't I? What factors out of the numerator? Sine theta. So I'm going to have sine theta 1 plus 2 cosine theta. And then in the bottom, what can you factor out? Cosine theta. And what's left? Oh, that's nice. That is nice. So now what? These cancel out. Sine over cosine is going to be equal to tangent. There you go. Next, one more. Did you get, did you get, I'm looking for, did you get 5A and B? Did those make sense? You sure? Okay, I showed you that one. How about 10B?
Oh, what about 11A?
This one?
Yeah.
Okay, got to do that one. Sine A equals this, cosine B equals that. How many angles or arc lengths do you see? 2. How many triangles will there be? 2. So if this is my unit circle, and we're between pi and 3 pi over 2, so we're going to be here. So this is going to go up. Boy, that's hard to write on there. This is the triangle A that we're going to have. The sine is opposite over hypotenuse. The hypotenuse is never negative, but could in quadrant 3, could the opposite be negative? The y? Oh, yeah. And then 9 minus 1 is 8. Square root of 8. Is that positive or negative in quadrant 3? Negative. Yep. So then just write real quickly, what's the tangent of A equal to? From here. Negative 1/3. No, not negative 1/3. Negative square root of 8. Oh, wait, I did it wrong.
Yeah, negative square root of 8. Positive square root of 8.
Okay, let's try this again. Opposite is negative 1 over adjacent, negative square root of 8. So those will be positive. 1 over square root of 8. Whew, there's 1. That'll help us find the tangent of A. Tangent of A is 1 over the square root of 8. Now we got to find B. So you start over again. You're in, which quadrant will this one be? First one. So you have a triangle here. This is B. The cosine is 1 over square root of 5. So this is going to be what on the opposite side? 2. 5 minus 4 is 1. So it makes sense. Or 1 plus 4 is 5. So the tangent of B is kind of a weird one here. It's going to be 2 over 1. So we have the tangent of A. We have the tangent of B. Now just go ahead and evaluate those. A is the tangent of A plus B. Use your packet formula for now. Tangent of the first plus the tangent of the second over 1 minus the tangent of the first times the tangent of the second. And then you just plug those in. The first one is 1 over the square root of 8 plus 2 over 1 minus 1 over square root of 8 times 2. And if you want an answer for that, it's just going to be square root of 8 over square root of 8, square root of 8 over square root of 8. So you'll have 1 plus 2 square root of 8 all over the square root of 8. This will be over the square root of 8. And this one's going to be square root of 8 minus 2. And then what happens to these square root of 8s? They're gone. Literally. And there's your answer. Is that good for that one? Did I go too fast? 2 arc lengths. How many triangles? 2 triangles. Did I go too, need to see anything?
So what did you do?
Oh, I multiplied. If they both have the same denominators, like if I have 3 halves divided by 4 halves,
What did you just throw though?
those were the square root of 8s down here. I got a common denominator here. That might be hard to see. Try that again. Oop. So I had 1 over square root of 8 plus 2 times the square root of 8 over square root of 8 over 1, which is square root of 8 over square root of 8, minus 2 over the square root of 8. Does that help to see it a bit?
I was just confused on how.
Algebra. Oof.
It was